Okay, global JavaScript variables also you can call as closures, and JavaScript variables you can create variables in two ways. First one is local variables and second one is global variables. So local variables is nothing but a variable declared declared within the JavaScript function. Okay, within the JavaScript function. A variable declared within the JavaScript function, and you can call within the JavaScript function, and it becomes local variable. If you create one variable within the JavaScript function, so it becomes local variable. So you can access those variables within the function only. Within the function only. Okay, if you want to access local variables outside the function, you cannot access. So you can create local variables like this syntax. So you can have, first of all, you can have local variables with the same name in different functions. Different functions. Okay, you can create local variables with the same name in different functions. First of all, so this is the function, JavaScript function. So this is function 1. You can create variables like this. So you can create the variables in JavaScript. The only way, use var keyword. Okay. The only one thing, var keyword only for declaring the variables in JavaScript. Var a equal to 10. So it is an integer variable. So you can create integer variable like this. So you can access this variable within the function only. Okay, if you have another function, my function 2. Okay, if we have second function like my function 2, and you need same variable. Okay, if you want to access a variable in function 2, like var equal to a. If you want to use a variable in the function 2, you cannot access from function 1. Okay, you can access local variables within the function only. You cannot access outside of the function. So you can create variable with the same name in different function, like a equal to 20. So you can create variable with the same name in different functions. You cannot access local variables in outside of the function. So this is the small difference between local variable and global variable. Okay, if you create variable outside of the function, you can access in any function. So this is the syntax for local variable. You can access within the function only. You cannot access outside of the function. So this will not work. You will get error. Okay, here you will get error. So the error is a is not defined. The error name is A is not defined. So error name is A is not defined. You will get the error like this. And global variables is a variable declared outside a function. A variable declared outside of the function. Outside of the function, it becomes global variable. Okay, and you can access those variables, those variables in any function in script. Okay, in the JavaScript. And global variables are destroyed when you close the page. These variables destroyed when we close the browser. Okay, so this is the global variable and syntax for global variable. Same two functions we can use. So this is the function one. If you want to use same variable in multiple functions, you can create variable in outside of the function. Okay, this is the global. So you can access this a variable in function one, b equal to a, and also you can access c equal to a. Okay, now remove this one. You can access a variable in multiple functions. So this is the simple difference between local variables and global variables. Okay, you have to create the variables outside of the function. So then you can access global variable in any function of the JavaScript. So one example on this local variable and global variable. HTML. Okay, the error is here you have not defined here. Okay, A is not defined in this function. Okay, B is defined, but A is not defined in this function. That's why you will get this error. A is not defined. Okay, if you use like this, uh, take one button, type equal to button, and value equal to sum of two numbers. Okay, and result will be displayed in paragraph. ID equal to v1, and use script tag to insert the JavaScript in HTML form. So create one function, my function one, where a equal to 20 and where a equal to 30, and the result is will be stored in C equal to a plus B. Okay, and the document dot get element by ID E1 dot inner HTML equal to C. Okay, so when you click on this button, the result will be displayed in paragraph. Sum of two numbers, then result will be displayed in paragraph. So now run, we have to call this function in button click event and click equal to my function 1. So now run this example. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 50. 20 plus 30. The result will be is displayed in paragraph. Okay, and you can create one more button. Input type equal to button and value equal to subtract of two numbers and close this button. Create one more function and same code we can use. Here subtraction we have to use. Okay, the result is displayed in paragraph. You have to call the function in button click. Okay, so minus 10 is displayed in the paragraph. So now these two variables are same for these two paragraphs, these two functions. So we can, so these are all local variables. You can create local variables within with the same name in different functions, so that these two functions are working without any issues. And if you want to use same variables in multiple functions, you can create those variables as local. So then create like this. Now you can remove this. So you can access A and B in function 1 and function 2. So now run this example again. Sum of two numbers is 50 and subtraction of two numbers minus 10. Okay. So like this, you can create local variables and global variables. Next, operators. The operators. So arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical or arithmetic operations on numbers. Operators are used to perform arithmetic operations on numbers. So arithmetic operators are addition and second one subtraction and third one multiplication Fourth one, division, and the fifth one, modulus. Next, the sixth one, increment and decrement. Okay, so these are the arithmetic operators. First addition, we can take less. Okay, this is the operator we can use. So this operator is used to add numbers. Okay, this operator is used to add numbers. Then next one, subtraction, minus. So this is used to subtract the two numbers, and multiplication and division, modulus and increment, decrement. So for increment and decrement we can use plus plus, for decrement minus minus. Okay, already we done these two examples, addition and subtraction, in the previous example. Okay, so this is addition and this is subtraction. Okay, we can create these variables like this. Okay, with the values. Okay, we can initialize the values. So this is variable creation and this is initialization of, okay, value initialization to the variable. And you have to complete the examples on multiplication and division modules. So I will explain this increment and decrement. For example, you want to display 0 to 10 numbers. Okay, when you click on the button, you want to display 0 to 10 numbers. Then we go to button and value equal to display 1 to 10. So create a function to display nums where result. So variable is declared but value is not initialized. For loop you can use where I equal to 0 and I less than equal to 10 and I less less. Okay, already you know for loop. So for loop variable is declared and I less than equal to 10. So I value is 0. Then the condition is true. Then cursor is goes to for loop and result is equal to I. Okay, so values are added to the result variable up from 0 to 10. Then values will be displayed in paragraph. HTML equal to result. So call this function in button click event. So run this example again. We click on this button. First part is it is not defined. Result equal to empty. So from 0 to 10 numbers are displaying. So to remove this last comma, last index, okay, so okay, so from 0 to 10 numbers are displaying. Okay, to remove last index, you can use substring method and result dot length minus 1 comma 0. Okay, and this example for implement, and to display 10 to 0 numbers, you can use one more function, function display decrement terms. Same thing we can use, but here I value is 10 and up to 0 and greater than minus minus. So we can call this function button click input type equal to button, value equal to display 10 to 0, conflict function name, here 0 to 10, right? First one. So now run this example again, 10 to 0. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7 and up to 0. So this is the increment and decrement example. Okay, and we have to complete multiplication, division and modulus. This is our assignment. Next, operators are comparison operators and logical operators is there. Comparison operators is example JavaScript comparison, comparison and logical operators. So first one equal to, and second one triple equal to, and third one not equal to, and fourth one greater than, and fifth one less than, and sixth one greater than or equal to, seventh one less than or equal to. Okay, so these are the comparison and logical operators in JavaScript. So this operator first one double equal to is used to equal the numbers. Then to check numbers are equal or not. Okay, and this operator is used to equal value and type also. Check value and type. Okay, in interview, interviewer can ask the question like, what is the difference between equal to and double equal to and triple equal to? Okay, you can answer the question like double equal to operator checks only numbers are equal or not. The triple equal to check the numbers equal to or not, and also type, okay, that is data type. The number data type are strings. Okay, so triple equal to check the value and type also. So double equal to checks only equality. Numbers are equal or not, and triple equal to checks numbers are equal and also type. So these are type converting equality. So we can call this type converting equality. Next, JavaScript data types. JavaScript data types. So JavaScript variables can hold many data types. JavaScript variables can hold many data types. Okay, like numbers, strings, arrays, objects, and many more. So can hold many data types. So data types is very important concept in JavaScript. So JavaScript has only one type of numbers. Okay, numbers can be written with or without decimals. So we can create data types. We can create variables with the data types where I equal to 10. So this is integer data type. Okay, and also you can call number data type, and where first name. First name you can take this. Okay, and the string variables you can create like this. Okay, if you want to create string variables in JavaScript, you can use double quotes or single quotes. Okay, either you can use single quote or double quotes to create string data type variables. Okay, integer for number data types, no need to use double quotes or single quotes. And the next one, array data type. Okay, my array equal to, so you can create arrays like this. Okay, so these are the array numbers. So this is string data type. Next, you can create object data type also. Use flower brackets and first name and last name and email. like this, you can create object data type. So object data type contains total information of the employee. So for to include multiple employees information in one object, use square brackets in outside of the flower bracket, okay, and a comma. Again, you can take one more flower bracket. So this is for one employee information and comma. This is for second employee information. Next, second employee information, last name and email. Okay, so this is the two employees information. Okay, two employees information is in one object variable. So we can create object data types like this. Okay, string data types are, so you can create in number data types like this, and you can use this variable anywhere you want. And string variables you can create like this. And JavaScript strings are used for storing and manipulating text. Okay, and you can use single quotes or double quotes to create string data types. And if you want to find out the length of the string, okay, length of the string means you can find out the characters in the string. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 characters is there. If you want to find out the length of the string, you can use like this. First name, first where, length of string str equal to, first name is the variable name dot len length property. So length property allows us to get the length of the string. Okay, so the result is here 6. Okay, 6 is the result. So for example, so data types.html, HTML form, type equal to button, value equal to get string length. Okay, take one text box also. Placeholder equal to enter any string. So when you click on this button, you can find out the length of the string which you enter the text in text box. Script function get string length. So this is the function name. So use ID for text box, text in name. So we can get the text box content into this variable, the txt. Otherwise, you can take string str document are getting by ID. So based on text box ID, You can read the text box content, okay, text box content, and get the length of the string. You can display the length of the string in another box. Length of the string str dot length. So run this example. Enter any text here. So JavaScript. So get string length. And click get string length. Okay, so the length of the string is 10. Okay, 10 characters is there. So like this you can find out the length of the string, and we can create the array data type like this. One more button you can take, input type equal to button and value equal to create array and close the button. Function equal to my array, so where sample array equal to, so we can take the numbers or cities names. Hyderabad, Chennai, and Pune. Okay, 4 cities names is there in the array, and if you want to get only one city name from this array, you can use index number to get the values from the array. Okay, array values are stored based on index numbers. So Hyderabad is in 0 index and Chennai is 1 and 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3 is the index numbers. So use alert box to display the selected city. So your city is sample array of 1 we can use. So then Chennai will be displayed in alert box. Okay, based on array index, we can get the individual cities names. So call this function button and click. Okay, so your city is Chennai. And if you give the value to, so the result is Bangalore. Okay, so like this you can get the individual values from the array. And if you want to display all values, all city names, you can use for loop where I equal to 0 and I less than sample array dot length and I plus plus. Here we can take one result variable, okay, and result variable that's equal to sample array of I and the cities names with the separated by comma. So the result will be displayed in another box. Result. Okay, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, and Pune. So to remove this last comma, you can use substring method. So like this, you can use for loop. You can use to read all the values from the array. And one more is object data type. If you want to display uh, some list of employees information, okay, from object, okay, there's an object you can call nowadays. Take one button, type equal to button, value equal to display emp info, and create one function emp info function name. You can create object like this. Okay, so two employees information here, and one more employee we can add. Okay, have name. Next, last name, comma email. Okay, so here three employees information is there. And if you want to get only one employee information from this object, you can use result variable equal to object dot object of two dot f name. Okay, so based on index also, we can get only one employee information. So object of two is, so this is 0 index and this is 1 and this is 2. So that this name will be displayed in another box. Then unclick emp info. So now run this example. So only this name will display in another box from the list of employees. Okay, and also you can get email also. Okay, and you can combine this name and email like this. Okay, name and email both will be displayed in another box. Okay, and if you want to read all the employees and you want to display the list of employees information in table format. You can use again for loop where I equal to 0, I less than obj dot length property we can use, and I plus. Here one more thing I want to tell you. To get the length of the array also, you can use length property. Okay, sample array dot length. You will get the list of values in the array. Okay, here 4 values is there. The length of the array is 4. Here object length is 3. So 3 objects is there. So the result is 3. So length property used to get the length of the array or object or string. Here we want to display the list of employees in table format. So now we can take where table equal to, okay, we are creating HTML table and here, okay, observe carefully here TD. Okay, one column is created in first row and second column and third column. So these columns for display the header names. Okay, first name and this column for last name and again this column for this is one TD, this is one TD and email. Okay, so this will be the header names for the table and again table that's equal to, so this is the concatenation. Okay, concatenation means adding the extra content to the already existing content. So already this content is there, okay, in table variable, and again we need to add data to this table. Okay, this is the concatenation. And one more here we can create. So this here for get the display the employees information in multiple rows. Okay, this row will be repeated in for loop. TD and again one more TD. So 3 columns here. In first column, so we can use object dot object of I dot first name. In second column, object of I dot last name. Object dot object of I dot email. Okay, so this rows is added to this table based on this employees information. Okay, here three employees information is there. So this for loop is repeated this row for three times. Now we need to close the table. That's equal to. So we are closing this table tag. Now we can display this table in paragraph. Document dot determined by ID p1 dot inner HTML equal to table. Okay, so table is created with the column names and its remaining rows are added to this table using for loop. So this for loop is repeated based on rows is there in the object. Now run this example. Display empty info. So here there is no paragraph, right? ID equal to p1. Okay, so this is the information is displaying from the object. Okay, to apply the borders for the table, we can write some CSS. Border collapse, and table, comma tr, comma td. Border is 1 pixel and solid, and the color is black color. Now, run this example. So this is the table format. Okay, so here we are getting the employees information using for loop. For loop repeating object. First take the employees this employee information. This employee information is in zero index. So then object of zero dot first name. Okay, and object of zero dot last name and object of zero dot email. So this result is taken, and again cursor is go to I plus plus I value is increased to 1 0 to 1, then 1 less than object at length is 3, so 1 less than 3, so the condition is true. Again it is go to this statement and object of 1 dot first name, so this one object of 1 dot last name and object of 1 dot email, and again cursor is go to I plus plus, again I plus I value is now 2, so 2 less than object of length, so 2 less than 3, so no condition is true. Again cursor is go to this statement and added the third employee information to this table variable, and here we are closing the table tag and displaying this total table in paragraph. So go to inspect and you can see. So total table is displaying in paragraph. Okay.